Hey everybody, it's Lindsay again. I'm here to show you another Excel tutorial. I wanted to show you what you can do to organize your data if you want to look at it in groups. So I put together a quick list of some sales orders, some potential sales orders if you had a store and you had items for sale, and we have a couple different columns including when the item was sold, where it was sold, who sold it, uh, revenue or price, and then any other notes that may have come through with the order. So let's say that you want to look at some of your data a little bit differently. I mean, you could look at your total revenue, but maybe you want to break it down in other ways. An easy way to do this, an easy quick way, is to go to your data ribbon, and then you can turn on your filters, and this is available also on the data ribbon in Windows if you're working with that. And that basically gave you drop downs on each of your column headers. You may want to widen out your columns once it does this, just so you can continue to read that. So you can just select all your columns by clicking on the top of each column, and then double click should just widen it out so that you can read it all again. Okay, so there are different filters depending on what your data is. It could be a text filter or a number filter or date filter. So I'm going to show you the text filter first. Let's say you just wanted to look at one of your stores. So you could click on the drop down and you'll get your options. If you click this, which is the select all, it'll take all of your options off, and you can just select whichever store you want to look at and it will bring up just those lines. You can also do a couple of other things with text filters, such as if you just want to put in things that contain certain words, if it begins with something, does not begin with something. There's a couple of other ways that you can filter your text. You can also do number filters. So let's say that in your revenue column, you only want to see your items that you sold at your highest price point. So you can do that. You can do your manual filter. You can also do number filters like greater than, less than, and if you had a long list and you wanted to maybe see your top 10, your bottom 10, you could filter on that as well. I wanted to show you one other way that I use that may help as well, is if you were looking at an inventory sheet. So I just jumped over to sheet 2 to show you this. I do this with inventory management. Maybe you just want to see everything that is in stock, but you have less than 10 items. You could do that, and then it would just show you those items that maybe you want to replenish. So that's a really useful way for you to use that. Finally, I wanted to show you the date filter, which is another useful area for you. It's got a lot of options. In addition to just saying equals or does not equal, you can do before, after, between, tomorrow, today, yesterday, this week, this month, break it into quarters, years. There's a couple other options that got cut off here, but it's essentially, this is just the year categories down here. So this would be helpful if maybe you just wanted to see certain dates, like let's say you wanted to see sales between 1/1/2014 and just through the first half of the year. So we'll do 6/30/2014. And so you could just have your first half of your quarter of your year sales right there. And so that's how you can break it up. I did want to show you one more thing. I know I'm taking a little more time than I usually do, but one of the other options that you have for filtering is on color. And what that means is if you want to highlight something or you change text, you can filter just on that. So let's say you just wanted to look at your items here that were filled in, or you had written notes and you wanted to call that out perhaps to your employees. So let's say you highlighted those while you were going, like, oh, I really want to make sure that we follow up on these items here. And then you can filter by color. And this went off the page a little bit, but let me see if I can pull this over. Okay, filter by color, and I select yellow. That's just the ascending. See, panic. That's what happens. It just sorted. So you can either sort or you can filter. I'm gonna filter by yellow, and there you have it. I just have the ones that have been highlighted now. So those are some quick, easy ways to filter. In the next video, I'm gonna show you some other tips and things to watch out for when you're playing with filters.